Picture this. You're walking through the sleek, glass-walled corridors of Northbridge Strategy. Everything looks polished, perfect, but underneath that shiny surface, it is an absolute pressure cooker. Welcome back to another explainer in our office drama story series. Today, we are diving deep into a truly tense, edge-of-your-seat scenario. We're following an employee named Maya Chen who is about to learn a very hard, very real truth. In a toxic office environment, the loudest betrayal isn't usually some massive screaming match in the hallway. No, the most dangerous betrayals happen completely in silence. But as we're going to see, the absolute smallest digital record can suddenly become the loudest witness in the room. We're going to break down exactly how this gripping story unfolds and how one single presentation completely shattered the power dynamics at Northbridge.
What changed, who changed it, and who benefits? Man, I love that. This powerful little question becomes the unofficial mantra for Maya and her colleague Leo. To set the scene for you, the executives at headquarters have just called a mandatory all-hands town hall meeting. Why? Well, a seemingly innocent receipt from a team dinner has started connecting some incredibly suspicious dots. And suddenly, management is sweating. Maya has been tasked with presenting a routine process review at this meeting. But the thing is, Maya doesn't trust the polished, perfectly formatted corporate documents anymore. She knows, deep down, that in this kind of ruthless environment, clean surfaces are usually hiding some really dirty secrets. So, late at night, bathed in the glow of their monitors, she and Leo start digging into a suspicious process map, repeating that exact question to themselves over and over again.
And that digging leads them straight to the process map. This is exactly where accountability completely broke down at the company. Just hours before the town hall is supposed to kick off, Maya and Leo are poring over their screens, and boom, they spot it. A tiny, almost imperceptible mismatch buried deep on a shared network drive. It is always that one small, overlooked detail that blows the whole case wide open, right? This single mismatch is hard proof. It proves that someone high up is actively, intentionally trying to rewrite the office's history. We aren't talking about a typo here. We aren't talking about a software glitch. This is a calculated, deliberate move to shift the blame for a massive failure away from leadership and dump it squarely onto someone else's shoulders.
Section 1. The Town Hall Trap. Let's look at how power and blame collide.
The town hall begins, and you can literally feel the tension in the room. It is suffocating. We get a front row seat to how power moves through polite, highly polished corporate jargon. You've got senior executives like Claire sitting comfortably in the second row, projecting this quiet, old-school intimidation, trying to basically stare the room into submission. And right away, two very clear opposing sides emerge. In one corner, you have Maya and Leo. They are armed to the teeth with verifiable facts and digital timestamps. In the other corner, you have the executives, Claire and Daniel, trying to spin the narrative using what Maya brilliantly calls rumors wearing a tie. Claire puts on this mask of deep concern, gently asking the room to make no assumptions, which is really just code for quietly pointing fingers without leaving any of her own fingerprints behind. But Maya, she is absolutely refusing to play their game.
Section 2. Following the digital evidence. Let's trace the record.
This is the moment everything shifts. Maya transforms what was supposed to be a mind-numbing process review into a full-blown forensic investigation, live, right in front of the entire company. When one of the managers impatiently asks for a quick explanation, she shuts him down and insists on opening up the raw evidence. Let's walk through the exact chronological timeline she projects onto the big screen. Month 1, she exposes hidden spreadsheet tabs that were meant to be invisible. Month 2, she shows how a brand new hire was completely scapegoated, forced to take the fall for a management-level error. Month 3, she reveals an HR case that was quietly, improperly reclassified to bury the complaints. And it all leads up to present day, that seemingly innocuous team dinner receipt that ties the entire conspiracy together. Maya's totally calm, her voice steady, as she walks the silent room through this undeniable pattern of manipulation.
And right as the executives try to dispute her timeline, we get this incredible mic drop confirmation from IT. Noah, the IT guy, chimes in remotely over the conference speakers, and his words just hang in the air. The system did not delete the original event, it only stopped showing it in the default view. Wow. That remote testimony completely validates the sabotage. It proves a fascinating point. The truth in a corporate office often looks incredibly boring. It's just a timestamp, a weird field value, a broken cell reference. It means nothing until someone brave enough points out exactly what it represents. The evidence wasn't deleted because they couldn't delete it. It was just hidden, and Maya found it.
Well, as you can imagine, the executives are now in full-blown panic mode. The heat is on. A manager named Ethan Cole jumps in and desperately tries to shut the whole presentation down. He uses that classic corporate line, suggesting they take it offline. Now, if you've ever worked in an office, you know exactly what that phrase means. It is a managerial tactic designed specifically to ensure the truth stops having an audience. The second the spotlight gets too bright, the second the digital record starts pointing at the VIPs, their immediate instinct is to pull the plug and plunge the room back into darkness. They want to reframe this massive betrayal as just some boring process confusion that they can bury behind closed doors.
But Maya is completely unshakable. Her response is just immovable. She looks right back and says, "Offline is where this problem was created. We are staying online." Seriously, what a masterclass in holding the line. She effectively corners the executives, using their own mandatory meeting against them. When Claire tries to shift tactics, politely suggesting that Maya's tone isn't helping the situation, Maya doesn't even blink. She simply replies that her tone does not change the digital record. She isn't shouting, she isn't crying, she is completely, terrifyingly anchored to the cold, hard facts.
Section 3. The turning point. The moment the truth becomes impossible to dodge. You can feel the temperature of the room permanently drop. The polite corporate facade is completely gone now. Maya steps up and delivers this devastating three-part sequence that leaves management absolutely trapped. Step 1. The record changed. Step 2. The blame moved. Step 3. The explanation arrived ready-made. She lays the whole trap bare, showing exactly how Claire and Daniel orchestrated the setup. By connecting the tiny digital detail that nobody cared about to the massive cover-up everyone was trying to hide, she locks them in a cage of undeniable logic. Like her colleague Leo points out, management already knew the answer before they even asked the question.
Then comes the absolute climax of the story, the checkmate. An external client witness statement lands, and it explicitly says, "I would like Maya's version included in the official record." This is huge. Executives can bully their staff. They can silence internal complaints. They can reclassify HR files, but they cannot ignore a formal client demand or an external audit. That outside pressure instantly makes the truth operationally impossible to dodge. That one single sentence from a client does what 100 internal complaints never could. It completely strips management of their power to hide. And what happens next is just beautiful. It's a massive chain reaction, a total domino effect. Maya's calm, fearless delivery of the facts suddenly gives all these terrified employees the courage to finally step forward. Leo stands up in front of everyone and verbally confirms the spreadsheet manipulation. Then Sofia speaks up, confirming the missing physical binder. Olivia from HR, who has spent the whole meeting being quiet and passive, actively opens her laptop and starts taking official permanent notes. She's no longer just a decoration in the room. She is an active witness. Even another employee, totally anonymously, slips new evidence into the digital portal. One voice broke the silence, and suddenly the entire room is speaking up.
Section 4. The aftermath and lesson. The collective reset.
So how exactly does a company recover from a town hall meeting that completely exposes its leadership? Well, you get immediate damage control. Ethan Cole suddenly issues this strict, panicked directive. Document everything. Preserve the source files. No more informal edits. He's trying so hard to sound authoritative and highly procedural, but let's be real. His demand lands in that room like a desperate, guilty confession. Everyone knows exactly what it really means. The jig is up. And to seal the deal, Olivia from HR finally adds the sentence Maya has been fighting for all along, officially escalating the entire sabotage as a formal, protected matter. The back channels are closed. The cover-ups are done.
It all comes down to this one incredibly powerful core message. Silence breaks one voice at a time, and then all at once. The ultimate takeaway from Maya's story is that a genuinely safe workplace isn't built by plastering motivational teamwork posters on the break room wall. It just isn't. It is built by fiercely protecting your records, protecting your witnesses, and flat out refusing to let toxic people quietly rewrite history to save their own skin. Did Maya magically fix the entire toxic culture at Northbridge Strategy in a single afternoon? No, of course not. But she made the very next lie significantly harder for them to hide. And in a workplace ruled by fear, that is a monumental victory.
So I'm going to leave you with this final, provocative thought to chew on today. How fast does blame move in your workplace? Really think about it. When a big mistake happens in your office, does the actual truth have enough time to catch up to the blame, or does the narrative get snatched up and controlled offline before you even realize what hit you? It is a crucial question to ask yourself as you navigate your own career. Keep your files backed up, stay observant, and please never confuse silence with professionalism. I really hope this explainer gave you some fascinating insights into the emotional mechanics of workplace truth. Stay sharp out there, and I'll see you in the next story.